This adventure, Lorinda, Dean, and I went to Egmont Key in Florida in the Tampa Bay area. I've wanted to visit this little island since I learned about it about 6 years ago. We arrived about an hour early as per instructions, and we spent some time on the pier. We snapped a couple of pictures before boarding the pontoon ferry boat.
Toodles, one child, 3 adults, 1, 2, and 3. Go on up, guys. Welcome, welcome. We ready for a fantastic day?
If you're lucky, you may see dolphins while on the ferry. Watch for seabirds too. This is a cormorant. Just a few years ago, these birds was considered endangered. Because of seabird sanctuaries like Egmont Key, these birds are making a comeback. The ferry ride itself is about 30 minutes. The pontoon-style boat is smoother in the water than I imagined it would be. As we approach the island, a manatee is spotted. You can see the lighthouse in the background. I love lighthouses, and this is part of the reason we're here. Remember to subscribe and hit all the notifications because you're watching
Adventure Underground.
We step off the boat onto the beach, and I finally made it. We walk about 30 feet from the beach and see the first gopher tortoise. The current lighthouse is actually the second lighthouse that was on Egmont Key. The first lighthouse was started in 1847 and finished in 1848. The ship carrying the brick ran aground, and they had to dump half of their load overboard to float the ship again, and then they had enough supplies to build half a lighthouse. They had to go back and ask for more money to finish the lighthouse. That lighthouse lasted just a short time. There was a hurricane that hit the island, and the whole island was under surge. And after the hurricane, that lighthouse keeper and his family went to the mainland, resigned as lighthouse keepers, and never returned. Lightning hit the lighthouse, damaged it. A rare ice storm did more damage to it, and they deemed that it needed replaced. This lighthouse was finished in 1857, and it stands about 87 feet tall, which is twice as tall as the original lighthouse. The lighthouse was topped in 1944, and a beacon was put on top instead of the Fresno lens. Leaving the lighthouse and making our way to the Macintosh Battery of Fort Dade. We made a stop at some picnic tables for a couple more photos. 3, 2, 1. The trails are pretty and hiking is super easy. The island is flat. I think the highest elevation is 7 feet above sea level.
Egmont Key, Fort Dade, was used in the Civil War and was in Confederate control until the Union took it over. There are many ruins to explore.
Egmont Key was used as a prison. It was dedicated to house the Seminole Indians before they were evacuated to a territory today known as Oklahoma. There are several batteries, but we only explored the Macintosh Battery. Time just didn't permit exploring the others. 3 hours just isn't enough. There's a lot more of the island to see. move on to the beach on the other side of the island. The island is only a half mile wide. Walking a short distance on this beach, we find what I think is a coconut. I saw no coconut trees on this island. I've heard of coconuts floating in the ocean for thousands of miles and finding their way somewhere. I can't help but to wonder if that's what this one did. As we leave the beach, we dump sand out of our shoes and stop for more pictures.
The island today can be visited and it is a sanctuary for wildlife. And on the island you can find tons of gopher tortoises. And this is a gopher tortoise. It's not a turtle, it's a tortoise. The difference between a tortoise and a turtle is turtles can swim and tortoises can't.
We saw 16 gopher tortoises. Signs say, "Don't touch or feed the wildlife." This is the only tortoise that kept coming towards me. Finally, I stopped backing up and he was pecking at my camera lens. Why did the turtle cross the road? I don't know, ask him. Hey turtle, why'd you cross? Oh, sorry. Hey tortoise, why'd you cross the road? Being a fort, part of the trails are red brick roads. Aged just perfect, I think they're awesome.
So arriving at Egmont Key, make sure you go ahead and book your ferry ride for coming over. It's a 4-hour trip. 30 minutes is the ferry ride itself. When you get to the island, there's no facilities, no bathrooms. Make sure you take your lunch, and when you eat your lunch, leave no trace. Make sure you take your garbage out. Whatever you bring in, take out, leave the island like it was. And your visit on the island to tour and look around is about 3 hours. Have fun!
There are so many Fort Dade ruins, we didn't see them all in our 3 hours. Can't tell you about all we saw, but here is a short montage of some of them. The fort had so much. Sadly, some of the ruins are washed out to sea and the island is eroding badly. Remember I said this island is a seabird refuge? The southern half of the island is closed to the public. The red is the 2.5 miles we walked. The green line is the closed portion. Let's go. We gotta get the boat. If we miss the boat, we're gonna stay on this island. I'm not against it.
Are you gonna be Gilligan? That make me skipper?
Well, my Gilligan hat I lost in the ocean yesterday. So I can't be Gilligan today. The only way to Egmont Key is by boat, and if you don't own your own, you have to ride the ferry. I will leave the ferry information in the descriptions below. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.